I suspect this is going to be another longer day with more history. Yesterday I was so slow because I stopped and read all the stuff and looked at all the history, but this caught my attention. The battle for Fox's Gap. Hell is empty and all the devils are here. Wow. So I'm not going to read this, but I am going to take a picture so at least I can read it later. And then this one is deaths of two generals. And it says, "Hello, Sam. I'm dead." Down here it says, "I'm dead." A few minutes later, he died. The first Union Corps commander killed during the war. Wow. Anyway, and here we have this. Let's see, who's this? Is this there? This is Garland Rose Camp. I'm not sure what that is. Sam Garland. Hello, Sam. I'm dead. So this must be his friend. Fell mortally wounded while leading his men. Wow. Anyway, oh, why not? See, this is why it takes me forever. I love this stuff, though. I really do. I'm only going 15 miles, right? Ish. I don't even know how far I'm going. Let's see. This monument marks the spot where Major General Jesse Lee Ring, Commander 9th Army Corps, U.S. Vols, is that volunteer, was killed in battle, September 14, 1862. All right, maybe he's the one that said, "Hello, Sam." I think I saw that. Okay, let's get back on the trail. Oh my gosh, Smokey the Bear. And he looks like the original Smokey the Bear that I remember from being a little girl. So how weird is this? I know a guy, he lived in the town where I lived just until recently. I lived there for 20-something years. Anyway, his dad invented Smokey the Bear. He was the genius behind that particular campaign. Yeah. How cool is that? 7 degrees of separation. That is only 2. I know a guy who knows a guy. Well, I know the guy, it's his dad. Anyway, how cool. Smokey the Bear. So I don't know what this is, but it looks so cool. I had to get it. And at this rate, I will never get to the shelter today. But no, I think all of this history is very cool. And you know what? I don't know if it's an active church. Let's see. Something, I don't know, it says something for weddings. Let's look. I bet it's cool for weddings. Ooh, I betcha. Oh, look, the Dahlgren Chapel. This chapel was built around 1881 by Madeline Vinton Dahlgren, widow of Admiral John A. Dahlgren, USN inventor of the Dahlgren gun, the armament used by the USS Monitor against the CSS Virginia, formerly the steam frigate USS Merrimack. Well, wow. Back when one family could build a church of this magnitude. Any cool, there's a sign that says something about weddings. Yeah, I think this would be so cool to have my wedding here. But anyway, all right. AT is back this way. Let's go. Okay, so in between, we're gonna hustle. Oh my gosh, I saw this and I thought, is that a dandelion? It is if it were, it is the biggest dandelion I've ever seen in my whole life. But I do not think so. I think it's something that's definitely similar to that, because all the little seedlings that want to just fly off with a strong enough wind. And yet, she's the only one. Look at, she is the only one. Well, you stay strong, little plant thing that looks like a dandelion. You stay strong. And you stay brave. at that little baby. It's like the other one I saw frolicking in the raindrops. It's raining ever so gently. They ran across the trail in front of me, and I couldn't get my phone out fast enough to get them without the trees in the way. But oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Come on from behind. Please, please, please. I want to see your little baby. Oh gosh. There's a road just on the other side of that grass, and I do not want to frighten them into the road. So, all right. Let's see. Oh God, I can hear cars coming. Please, babies. Oh gosh, look at the little baby. Oh my. Hi, little baby. So little, so cute. Oh, hey, mommy, I'm coming. Stay away from the road, little ones. Please stay away from that road. Please. Oh, here they are again. Okay, I'm sorry. I know it's already. Like, how much of this can you take? Oh my. So I am in the George Washington Monument Museum, and it is so cool. And I met, wait till you see, look at this woman here. Do you see her? She actually lived in a house just across the driveway. I'm gonna show it to you. But she comes in, and we'll have her picture now taken next to that image. Is that the coolest? Anyway, I met this ridge runner right here. Hello. Doc is his trail name because people say he looks like Doc from Back to the Future, but his real name is Don. And he gave me the coolest thing, and you'll see it in a picture in a bit. But he gave me the coolest little trail magic, and I absolutely love it. And he made it. He made it. It's very cool.
They had big rocks, made them into little rocks.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, sorry, guys. Do you mind being in my vlog? Because you might just be now. Whether you mind or not. And you're the curator of the museum?
No, I am the camp host.
Camp
I'm
host.
Just filling in.
All right.
This gentleman right here is the guy in charge.
All right, guy in charge. I hope it's okay that I'm filming. Anyway, it's a very cool little museum. I'm so glad I came in. So this is the house the picture of that little girl, she lived in this house. And I guess she lived there for quite a long time, and but now it's part of the park. And pretty soon, I am going to actually see the original Washington Monument. Of course, the rain started while I was inside the museum, so... Well, there it is. The original Washington Monument. Ha! It's so huge. Now it doesn't show it in my video, and the rain is preventing me from, getting like maybe cooler angles. See my umbrella's in the way. But wow. All right, whatever. I'm gonna walk around. Let's do it. And then, oh wow, this is just, I'm telling you, all the history on the trail, I had no idea. I love it. Oh wow, oh look at all those rocks. Wow, this is so cool, look at this. Wow. All right, so I'm sure many people have probably been here, right? But Anyway. Wow. This is awesome. I am so thrilled I got to see this. All right. I wish so badly it was not raining. Well, for more than one reason. But, okay. Goodbye, Mount Washington Monument. Mount Washington. Washington Monument. Goodbye. When I heard the traffic, I thought, oh, please, please, please don't make us cross that road. Thank you for this lovely walking bridge. Parking. AT. Okay. Here we go. All right, bye guys. Have fun. Enjoy your dinner. Hey there. So I just kind of wanted to put, an end to the day. And the last you knew, it was raining at the Washington Monument. That, by the way, was the coolest thing. I almost didn't stop at the museum because, well, it was just so stupid. I got bad, like, I misunderstood the intel. Rebel J and Princess Lecker, I bumped into them, and they said something about real toilets. Now I know they meant somewhere else, but I thought they meant the museum when I saw them. So I go down, I walk all the way downhill to that, and they were locked. So now I'm all deflated, right? I'm like, bah. But I did get a porta potty, which actually still beats the woods, so that was good. So I have to go by the museum, though, to get back on trail. And that's when I bumped into the Ridge Runner, Don. And we got to chatting, and he was so nice. And then I asked for his picture, and he goes, I'm going to give you a little bit of trail magic. And this is what he gave me. Look it. I hope you are seeing it. Look at this. It's just a little, I don't know, ornament kind of thing. But look it has the AT symbol and the 100, because this is the 100th anniversary for the AT. Did not mean to plan it that way. How cool is that I'm hiking the 100th anniversary? And then on the back, it says 2025 Maryland. and he made these, and he gave me one. I can't even tell you how blessed I am to have it. I love this. I love this so, so, so much. I can't even tell you. So anyway, Don, if you see this, thank you. So he kind of has a trail name. I guess somebody called him Doc because he looked like the character Doc from Back to the Future, but he didn't seem committed to it. So I don't know. Anyway, he hung around for a little while, and then we both went into the museum, and that's where I got the picture with him. And there I met Toby, who is a camp host, and I also met Steve, who's the who runs the museum. I guess the curator gets the articles for a museum. I don't know if that would be his role, but he runs the museum. Anyway, got to talking to him. We talked about, I knew it. I said, I knew that they must do Civil War reenactments, right? Because you could just see the evidence all over. Because when I was little, we didn't do Civil War reenactments, or maybe we did. I don't know. My parents were very, very, very involved in like the bicentennial, and my mother made costumes, and we dressed the part, and we went to all these things that I don't even know what you call it. We like fairs or festivals or whatever, but we were always dressed in bicentennial clothing, and my dad had a musket and he made the bullets for it, and they would shoot the cannon, and I learned, well, not very well, in fact, very terribly, learned to play the fife from the fife and drum corps. And what else? Well, we did marching parades, and my parents they learned the minuet, which was a dance from back then, and oh my gosh, there was more. Anyway, it was very, very cool. So I showed them pictures. I showed them a picture of me when I was probably like 10. We did this, right? Well, it makes sense. 1776. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I was 10. Oh my gosh. But then I realized, like, I think my era would have been different than his era. Anyway, but it was very cool. But he had a costume on because he had just come back from a reenactment thing. Anyway, we had a ball talking, and it was so, so fun. And I couldn't be happier that I stopped. Anyway, it turned out to be the perfect thing. And then by the time I got out of the museum, of course, it was raining. So that's why, unfortunately, I saw the monument in the rain. And no, the rain did not stop. We knew the rain was coming. It was like a day and a half late, so it was inevitable, but it was kind of like off and on all day, but enough rain that most of the trail was like walking in a river. I tried to avoid the water as much as I could, walk on rocks, walk on the berm, but it didn't work. After a while, there was no avoiding it, and my socks and my shoes are soaked. Yep. But I didn't get soaked because guess what? I used my umbrella. Anyway, it was pretty uneventful otherwise. I saw this deer. You'll see the video, but just like so you know what I'm looking at. That one of those deers was just acting so funny. He was like doing all these, like, he was getting up on two legs and dancing around, and he stopped showing off when the camera came out. I'm like, how do animals know this? Like, how does that guy know that I just took out my camera and I want to put him on film? But he did some. He jumped up on his hind legs and was getting food off the tree. But you should have seen him I think it's something to do with the rain. The deer love to have fun in the rain. I swear, it's every time I see them being silly, it's raining. So very cool. But anyway, it really was pretty uneventful. I did get to, oh shucks, I think it's called, I know it's Ensign. So Ensign Conwell, something like that. Okay. Gosh, it'd be nice if I knew these things. It was 15.6 miles. I don't know where I am. Let's see. I think I left 146. Add 15. That's 149, 159. So I'm around 160. No, 160. OMG, I'm way more. 1060. 1060. I'm around that. Maybe in the morning I'll get that pinned down for you exactly where I am. But anyway. It's supposed to rain pretty bad tonight, like off and on. I don't think it's thunderstorms. I didn't see that. It's just one of those where it's going to rain a lot, but off and on throughout the night. But guess what? There was no room for me in the inn. There's an ant, but he's on the other side of the screen, thank God. Yeah, no room in the inn. They literally just said no room. I think I saw room, but they apparently didn't think there was room to squeeze one more person in. I am of the belief that there's always room for one more, especially when there's bad weather. But apparently they didn't think so. So I set up my tent. I didn't realize they do have tent pads. In case you're planning to hike and you want to know, oh, were there tent pads? Yeah, I found them after I'd set up my tent. I'm on a very rocky site, but that's better than a mud site in rain, so I'm happy about that. I'm not disappointed, let's put it that way. And you know what? I like my tent better anyway. A full shelter means I do a lot of talking. So this way I can do a little recap on the day and just be peaceful in my little old tent. So it works out like it should, right? I'm all settled in. I was all settled in and fed by probably 7:30. You know what? It's all good. Rain is supposed to start any time now, and it is kind of spitting. So anyway, just thought I would say goodnight to everybody, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Okay.